Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. CeeDee Lamb is having a special season for the Cowboys, even with all the challenges. It is not a secret that this season has been a challenge for the Dallas Cowboys. The front office spent quite literally the entire offseason dragging their feet on important extensions for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, both deals that they ultimately wound up doing and theoretically paid more for because of their delays. Cowboys fans are well aware of how frugal the team was in free agency in how they did not sign many external players. In fact, they did not sign many at all as they let a lot of their own talent walk. When it comes to the actual football, surely you have seen that the early part of the season was a disaster for the team and that injuries have exacerbated it. It reached the point that much of what they have done since mid-November, if not earlier, has felt meaningless relative to the overall actual goal. In spite of all of this, the Cowboys have seen some tremendous performances from two of their most important cornerstones in Micah Parsons and the aforementioned CeeDee Lamb. Parsons is on his way to his own extension conversations. The Cowboys are already all over the place with how they are speaking about him as an overall brain trust, but the latter is turning in one of his finest campaigns even amid all of the chaos. Part of the reason you pay players like CeeDee Lamb is because you expect them to elevate things around them. Be the rising tide that lifts the other boats. In the game of football, an individual player can only do so much, but there is no question that Lamb is trying his best to achieve the challenge at hand. We are at a point now where Lamb has had to operate in 6 full games without his franchise quarterback throwing him passes, something that clearly impacts his abilities as a wide receiver, and if you looked at his statistics you would have no idea that this was the case. Here are the first 14 games of each season of Lamb's career. It goes without saying that last season, the greatest statistical season that any Cowboys wide receiver has ever had, was always going to be difficult to match for Lamb, so that he isn't there is not exactly shocking. But consider that Lamb's yardage output these days is higher to date than any season before, save for 2023. He has matched the touchdown total from the non-2023 years as well to this point on the season. He has significantly more receptions than his previous high if we exclude 2023 once more. You pay players like Lamb for them to not skip a beat when the chaos is encircling them the way that it has engulfed him. He is delivering in every sense that he can and should be in consideration for individual honors like a Pro Bowl nod or All-Pro recognition. Obviously, Cooper Rush deserves some credit here for being able to help put Lamb in positions to succeed over the last 6 games. Mike McCarthy is also due some props, but it seems like nobody on earth is willing to say that Mike McCarthy deserves even a high five for his efforts with this team. Kudos to Lamb for continuing to not only succeed, but to do so at as high of a level as he ever has. Seeing that level of fight through what this season has been is a sign of hope for the future. Jerry Jones speaks out about Micah Parsons' trade rumors. One of the most intriguing decisions in the NFL is likely to be made in the coming months in Dallas, with owner Jerry Jones and the Cowboys involved. While All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons looks to be with the franchise for a long time, there have been rumors that Dallas might not want to pay him or that they may try to trade him. Jerry Jones recently put those rumors to bed. That's never been uttered in this organization that we don't have a future with Micah Parsons, Jones said Tuesday on 105.3 The Fan. Parsons has been one of the best players in his position since he was drafted by Dallas out of Penn State in 2021. In his first 3 seasons, he recorded 40.5 sacks and 89 quarterback hits. While he has missed a few games this season due to an ankle injury, he is closing in on another 10-sack season, currently at 8.5 sacks. As great of a wide receiver as CeeDee Lamb is, and as good of a quarterback as Dak Prescott is, Parsons could be the team's most valuable player. With the future of this Cowboys team up in the air, it would be unwise to part ways with one of the few players who has consistently produced since arriving in Dallas. Jones is undoubtedly right to deny any rumor that the team might want to move on from Parsons. Now, he just has to put his money where his mouth is. Dallas Cowboys running back Rico Dowdle is in a groove right now, and to be fair, he did tell us how best to utilize him at the start of the season, get him in rhythm with ample touches. Dowdle's best returns this season have been when he's been the bell cow for the offense and has 18-plus carries in a game. Over his last 3 outings, Dowdle has been the driving force for the Cowboys' offense, racking up rushing totals of 112, 131, and 149 yards, and having at least 18 carries in each game. Such has been Rico's form, that now the 1,000-yard mark is in his sights, with him needing just 120 yards in his last 3 games to achieve it. "We see him getting stronger and better the more carries you get," Schottenheimer said. "It's a very physical, daunting task to be the guy that's getting in the bulk of the carries, but he just gets stronger as the game goes, he gets better. He's looking to engage, he's looking to knock people around, and when Rico's shoulders are square, he's running with a lot of confidence, he's extremely difficult to get down. The thing that jumps out the most is how well he's handling just being the guy, but also that he doesn't lose anything as the game goes on, he gets stronger, which is a great trait." Given Dowdle's injury issues to start his career, now he is finally getting a clean run at things, and we are seeing the benefits in what to many is a surprise season. With bus driver Cooper Rush doing a good job of trying to keep the car on the road thanks to Rico, Dallas has gone 3-1 in their last month, and in truth, should be 4-0 had it not been for Amani Oruwari's mistake against the Cincinnati Bengals. Dallas Cowboys linked to former NFL Coach of the Year as possible HC replacement. Over the last 4 weeks, the Dallas Cowboys have gone 3-1, which has led to Jerry Jones giving head coach Mike McCarthy a vote of confidence and other Cowboys stars campaigning for his return. After the team's most recent win, players were raving about McCarthy and the locker room culture, while other reports suggested the whole team was in support of McCarthy. But that hasn't stopped people from speculating about who will be at the helm if the team ultimately moves on from their head coach. A recent report from ESPN's Dan Graziano linked the Cowboys to 2021 NFL Coach of the Year Mike Vrabel, who is currently serving as a consultant for the Cleveland Browns after being dismissed by the Tennessee Titans just 2 years after winning the award. "Mike Vrabel's name is buzzy ahead of the coaching carousel," Graziano wrote. "Some believe the former Titans coach would be a candidate in Dallas if the Cowboys move on from Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones continues to say nice things about McCarthy, but he has yet to extend his contract, which expires after the season." Cleveland Browns advisor Mike Vrabel works with cornerback Miles Harden during practice at the Browns training facility. /Bob Donanamain Images. Vrabel has also been linked to the Las Vegas Raiders and his alma mater Ohio State Buckeyes. If the Cowboys ultimately decide to have a changing of the guard, which the fan base would appreciate, Vrabel is a proven head coach. He could bring energy to the sideline. The Cowboys could then go in search of a new offensive coordinator while revamping the offense in the offseason. There is no telling what Jerry Jones will do, but the pursuit of Vrabel will be interesting to watch. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Mike Vrabel? Leave your opinion in the comments.